Hello everyone, welcome to today's reading about your money path for Libra season. So just to be clear, this is for everyone connecting into this message. You do not have to be a Libra, sun, moon or rising. This is for everyone for the period of time that is the sun transiting through the sign of Libra, where the path will be most energized and vital. So, we are adjusting the reading slightly here. So I hope you enjoyed the ride. We will first begin by setting an intention for this reading. So I'm placing my hands over my heart, connecting in with my eternal soul, connecting in with the wisdom of my eternal soul through all existing lifetimes, from the past, the present, and the future, all coming together in this now moment. Connecting in with my spirit tribe, connecting in with the energy and the essence of this community, meaning everyone who will be watching this reading and feeling a sense of connection to these messages and to my energies. Connecting in with the spirit tribes of this community, connecting in with the goddess, connecting in with the goddess Kali and Isis, connecting in with the spirit animal of lizard. I set the intention that this reading will give me and this community clear messages around the theme of money and building a healthy, wealthy relationship to money during the course of Libra season, and the advice on how to realign us onto that path successfully and peacefully. I set the intention that I channel these messages in a clear, concise, compassionate, and impactful way in order to shift, change, and transform your experience moving forward. I pray that these messages will be for the highest good of all beings and Earth in its entirety. Let it be so. There was something that I missed here. Even though I set an intention for this reading to make a change and to make a shift and to transform your experience to the better, there is also change needed on your part. So what we will provide here for you today, me, the goddess, my spirit tribe, your spirit tribes, is a blueprint, is a map, directions, and it is up for you to decide if you want to follow that path or not. And keep in mind that this is a general reading, so the themes will be general. It can't get down to specific messages, but it still applies to you if you are looking here, feeling a connection to this channel, to me, and to these messages. Okay, so bear that in mind. You will need to make that change for yourself. Otherwise, it is not enough. Okay. Libra season. We also have an eclipse this season, which starts with, I looked it up now, a lunar eclipse. I believe it's on the 2nd of October here in Sweden. So that is something to have in mind also. It's a transformative period. And it's interesting when we are looking at that together with the energy of Libra. All the people that I know that have strong Libra placements are really looking to create harmony. And so the discomfort of change can be really stressing for them. So, what's the point that I'm trying to make here? The point is that the harmony, the true harmony is on the other side of that change. Okay, I'm just going to light an incense here. So we will beginning by taking a look at the theme here for this transition, for this path during this season. What is it about? What is it that we are honing in on this season when it relates to money? Money is a subject that a lot of people are interested in. That's something that I've noticed. Something that I have been interested in for a long time. Having a lot of resistance talking about and having desires around. But I also have a lot of experience, both of lack and of wealth. And now I've come to this space of I have a good relationship with money at this point, and I have good money and it's stable. So I have experience to speak about this in a grounded way. So what's the theme? I'm feeling the presence of a God in here. Is this something that you want to expand on? It's more so that it is action-oriented, meaning that the actions that we take here, which this is very, very interesting, people. If you have been watching my previous readings, you will know that I did a reading about your building blocks to success. And in the reading for September, I was speaking about the foundation of that, the inner workings. And now this seems to be about the house, the walls, the floors, the action steps, the habits, the structure, the system that you have in place for you to live out that foundation. But now this reading relates specifically to money. We have two groups here. So for one group we have the one, and for the other group we have the judge. So how would you know which message is for you? We will come to that. So I will read a bit from the guidebook for these messages. And I will start with the judge. the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. Discernment, advocacy, right action, compassion. The judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. I'm receiving something here. Let's see. I'm being asked to read a bit more. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls separating from other. When the same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. So for this group, you are the ones who have the most resistance to the topic of money, connecting into spirituality especially, and not really having that much of a clear vision and or idea of how those two come together, and how money can be elevated and used as a spiritual tool. Was there something that you wanted to correct me on there? They're awfully quiet today. They're just asking me to move on. Okay. So, if you feel that money is just a necessary evil, or that you have resistance to money, or that you feel that it is not spiritual to speak about money or to want money, that path is for you. And that path involves looking deeper into those beliefs, why they are there, because it is not necessarily objectively the truth, but it is a subjective experience. And when you dig into this deep enough and finding your way through, you can actually experience freedom in helping others with the same thing, others who experience lack or poverty. And you can help in a bigger way than you probably thought possible. So for others of you, you have the one. This is very much about the self and your own journey with money, your own journey with your beliefs. And your own self-development in this area. And this does not exclude an ability for you to teach this or help others. But it is not as highlighted for this group. That's more of a stepping stone for something else, something beyond that experience. So I will read a bit from that one. And you don't need to know which one, which group you belong to here. You don't need to know. It will work itself out either way. Non-duality, one love, unus mundus, serves, loves, accepts, resonates. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. And the one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. And this is also about your realization that money connects into a whole lot of other things in life and in your spiritual journey and development as well, such as the body, your experience of your body, of eroticism, of knowledge and divine wisdom, how all these branches of spirituality connects and unites and come together, also of power. And this is just a stepping stone to that. Is there something that unites both of these paths? Well, both of you will benefit from these messages that we will be bringing forth here, essentially. But having this in the background of your mind can help you further down to elevate and to deeper understand the path you are on. The bigger picture of that path with money. Okay, so we will be getting a message from the Isis Oracle Pocket Edition, an encouragement from the goddess walking this path during Libra season. What is your encouragement? So you will be receiving one card each. For those of you, remember, you don't need to know this just yet, so you can listen to both messages, and perhaps you are revisiting this video further down the road. But for those of you who are connected with the archetype of the judge, you receive the portal of light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. So this is a healing path for you. your relationship with money and how that connects into your spiritual journey as well. For the other group, you received a rising sun. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. So for you, the message is that you can relax more into a new space of being now. So through this message, I received that there has probably been a lot of difficult experiences relating to money and finances, perhaps your work, your career, leading up to this point. And the worst is behind you, and you need to come into the realization of that, or you are allowed to come into the realization of that, and you can rest and relax a bit more now, moving forward, because the worst part really is over. The lessons are learned. Okay. This or the ritual tarot. Okay, we will be using this. I'm feeling into the pull here a bit because I'm receiving something interesting. So the first, there are 3 steps here, and this is the same as the previous reading, but it's applied to your money path during Libra season. So the first stepping stone is, this will set you off. Death and the Maiden, which came out in reverse. Invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. At the bottom we have the 3 fates in reverse. What comes around. This is about breaking a cycle. Breaking a cycle with bad habits I'm receiving. Bad habits with money. So you will be pushed into identifying your bad habits with money this season here. Really starting off at the beginning of this season. And this is why this reading, it's good that this reading comes out beforehand, so that you can be prepared. When these things come up for you, at you, perhaps it is an unexpected bill or an unexpected expense that you really didn't foresee here, and you have already used your money in another way for something else that you really wanted or something like that. And that is the sign for you to take a look at your habits and decide for yourself that it is time to break that cycle. That's the first step. That is what will set you into motion here. And we are doing a pull from the Ritual Tarot for what the possible outcome of that is, so that you have a sort of treat, something to look forward to while doing this work, feeling that it is worth it. What's the possible outcome? So this is the 7 of Swords. and judgment. So the possible outcome of this is that you start telling truths to yourself about where you are with your money, and you start to look at things differently and start to envision a path for yourself that is inherently better, that is more aligned to you and more aligned to the desired path that you want to be on. So it is really about waking up to where you have been deceiving yourself around your relationship to money because of old patterning that has served you in some way but has been keeping you confined and probably very stressed. Let's be honest. That's the thing about this step. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with where you're at. You don't need to judge yourself, but be honest. Be honest and look at it for what it is, and then you can move forward in a different, more desired direction. And you can be taking advice from different spiritual coaches when it comes to the energy work, but be real with it as well. Be real with it. Too many times the advice is just too simplistic, and we can be left feeling that we are bad for trying to implement their advice, but it is not working. It is not your fault. Perhaps the advice is just too simplistic. You need to look at it at different angles, both the spiritual way and the human everyday experience way. Okay, next step. This will keep you in momentum. So you could be done with this first step quite quickly, like at the 5th of October or something like that. Quite quickly be setting this off. And if you are really allowing yourself to it, it could be catapulting you into a completely different way of thinking and feeling, and perhaps you are even getting very, very, very inspired about taking action steps to make sure that your finances, your money, and your relationship to money are really in check, top notch. Okay? So this will keep you in momentum. Angel of Time, working too hard. A clockwork pumpkin at the bottom. A wonderful idea, the aha moment. Let's see what I receive around this. I'm being asked to tap in for a moment. You should see my cat right now. I wonder if I can switch. No. Okay. Tapping into the experience here. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Take a look at him. Do you see him? He's enjoying himself. He's enjoying himself. It's there could be a temptation here to move into the opposite direction and become so frugal and tense with your money. If you've had, for example, a spending problem or something like that, you could be coming into the complete opposite direction of that. Coming into such hard and strict rules with yourself, becoming so frugal that you are not really enjoying your life or enjoying your money, the money that you have. There needs to be a balance there. So what will keep you in momentum is, yes, start telling the truth, taking a look at what's not working, what habits and behaviors need to change, but then try to have that in balance and keep enjoying life as well. I know, as Ramit usually says, he has this channel, I would teach you how to be rich. I really, really recommend that channel for learning more about money. And he's speaking a lot about enjoying, living a rich life and enjoying your money as well. And he's basically saying that I'm not going to teach you to just cut out all of your coffee takeaways. If that's your rich life, if that's your only enjoyment in the beginning of the day, have that coffee. So looking at the more big things. So keep enjoying life and relaxing a bit with it. And this is not an excuse for repeating bad behaviors. So there needs to be a balance there. Let's see. When you really refine and master this balance, you will come into an embodied understanding and experience of what it feels like to have a healthy relationship with money. It will rise up as a felt experience in your body and in your emotions, probably as well. Like, this is what it feels like to have a healthy, good relationship with money, where it feels good. It feels good to be saving, it feels good to be spending, and I'm in a good place. This is what it feels like. Because even if you earned a lot of money and you don't have that feeling, that relationship in place, you will still be experiencing lack. So that's the foundation. So the possible outcome of that, what's the possible outcome of that step? The Lovers and the Nine of Cups. Satisfaction. And it is a very deep felt sense of satisfaction, because you are integrating a bigger experience around money. A bigger experience. It is a bit hard to put it into words exactly what I mean here. But let's see if I can put this into words in a helpful way. Can you help me, please? It's a flow. It's an experience of flow. But there's something else. What's that? We need a Smith Waite for that. What is it that you're trying to express here? Queen of Pentacles. It becomes an integrated part of your life in a much more balanced, healthy, holistic way. And when you get there, you know. I think that's all I can say, really. Perhaps in the future I can put it into words more eloquently, but not at this time. Okay, this third step, and in contrast to the previous reading I did for your wealth path in September, everyone here will get to this third step, is what I'm being told here. Everyone will get here. So do not fret. You will all get here by the end of this season. This will elevate your experience to the next level, and perhaps you will not have mastered it to the end of this season, but you will have reached to this experience, this next step, and start experimenting with it. Actually, we're pulling from the Ritual Tarot for this. Justice. At the bottom we have the Moon. Dig deeper. Dig deeper. This is where a plateau is being reached, and in order for you to be able to elevate your experience to the next level, there is more energy work needed, which means your spiritual work with money. Let's see if they are more specific about this. Is this about the subconscious beliefs about money, or the spiritual work, or both? Both in tandem. So there are still some old beliefs here that are now in this step being ready to be dissolved and being out exposed out in the open to be revealed. And it is also time for you to master that spiritual toolkit, to make use of sort of mind programming and using spiritual tools to elevate to the next level. Is there something else you want to say here? The possible outcome. So what's the possible... Wait, there's something more. There's something very specific with this Justice card here. With the head. There is something here about the spiritual work that is required here in this step, and that it is not that much in the mind, but you need to start making a mind-body connection around this. And perhaps this is a bit unclear, and perhaps this is something that I can give you more on further down this Libra season on this channel. Give you some resources or something, some channelings. We'll see. But this is more so about the mind connection coming more into your body, the nervous system, your emotions, how your body responds to what you are thinking, and also how your body responds to what you're feeling and what you are doing to process that, and specifically how it relates to money and the concerns that you have around money, the fear of not being safe and topics around that, how it relates to the body. Okay, so the possible outcome of that. There's something that I'm missing here. I'm being asked to tap into what that feels like, to do that work. I feel calm. I feel peace. And I feel like the trivial things that made me anxious or nervous or made me worry before is now just a small obstacle and nothing that I can't handle when in this situation, when in this position rather, when I'm in this relationship with money and my connection to safety and how that feels in my body. I'm still going to draw a card. Possible outcome of this step, the work of this step. Out trick or treating. And at the bottom we have autumn is my last chance. So there's something here about Samhain. The end of October, and the portal that opens. It's a bridge, they're saying, to deeper ancestry work when it comes to money and the cap, the roof, the limit of the wealth that your ancestry line was able to acclaim. This is very interesting. It's like they're saying that for most ancestry lines, there's like this cap, this roof of the wealth stage that they are able to reach. And when someone, a descendant of this ancestry line, is doing a lot of work around this, it's like they are pushing through this roof, pushing through this ceiling of what they are being able to achieve with their relationship to money. And that is setting also the stage for further descendants passing down the line. And this could also apply to you even if you don't have children yourself. It could be children in your environment. Or your children could be the people that you teach as a mentor, as a spiritual teacher yourself. Or children around you. Did I say that? I think I did. So, that could be an interesting thing to take a look at actually. The relationship to money and how that has looked in what that has looked like in your ancestry line, and perhaps your grandmother or father was able to work themselves up to a certain degree, but then your mother or father had some lack issues or lack wounding around money and experiencing a lot of lack in their early adulthood, and then being able to ascend their experience of money to the level of their parental figures. at a later stage in their life. But you could be accessing an even higher level of that with this work. And there's a portal to this at the end of this season as we are moving into Scorpio. And that is all. Is there anything else that wants to be said before I close this reading off? Good luck to you, everyone. You all got this. So remember, you will all be reaching these steps during this season. You will be doing this. But how far you will take this is totally up to you. And remember to keep in mind that first mirror to you that will show to you what habits around money that needs to change this season. And start building from that. And that is all, dear ones. Thank you so much for today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.